Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Rausch Sturm from their credit report. And in many cases, this is without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is for you to take. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. There are situations, for example, if you know or believe Rausch Sturm or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or if they have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. Now, in those situations, we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if there are no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can also help with that. Call us today. Our number will be in the description below, and we can get you started on the process. But today I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And firstly, and I think this one is really important, is can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Rausch Sturm? And I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And I feel for them because it really makes sense. And because few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I mean, I didn't know the answer to this until I got into the business. Fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. Okay, you could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now, who is Rausch Sturm and why are they on your credit report? Well, they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debt, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for really cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. I'll give you an example. Imagine for a moment that you have a unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Okay, Rausch Sturm could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. All right. So these companies obviously can make a lot of money. Damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is a primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, again, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. The account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. Yeah. So a lot of the time, paying it is in your best interest. You could just be wasting your money. And furthermore, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. In addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They will call a lot, that's for sure. Even calling your family members and colleagues. And I should mention too, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you again may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case where you want to contact us and we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Rausch Sturm? Settling your debt with Rausch Sturm depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years. And that whole 7 years, it's going to be damaging your score. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And what we do is if certain issues exist, the account may be removed from your report altogether. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect. Another question, how do you remove Rausch, follow up to that, how do you remove Rausch Sturm from your credit report? Well, the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. But again, that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but just be prepared to spend weeks, possibly months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you'd like to hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure that it's done properly the first time and save you the extra time, we're happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with Rausch Sturm accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them, and we'll be happy to take care of it for you as well. How can you get Rausch Sturm to stop calling you? And this is a great question, because as I mentioned before, Rausch Sturm will be calling you in an attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased, which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Moving through here, will Rausch Sturm try suing or garnishing your wages? So the answer is Rausch Sturm suing is unlikely. It can happen, and it does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. There are many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's just a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, then they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. Here's a good question. What are my rights when dealing with Rausch Sturm? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Rausch Sturm has purchased. Rausch Sturm is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, I know, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. Call us, and we would be happy to discuss your options. And again, I'll put our number in the description area below. Thanks.